Today's video is different. No luxury barges, no expensive electric cars. Today's video has got what you have asked for. Cheap, cheerful electric transport called a Zoomin e-bike. And this is it. This is the Zoomin e-bike, and wait till you hear the price. $2,000 for a brand new e-bike you can buy today. That's less than a year's worth of petrol, and I think that's less than a year on the bus. Plus, it'll do up to 90 k's on a charge. And best of all, it looks normal. But what's it like to ride? And we are off. The journey has begun, and I apologize immediately for the fact that you're staring right up my nose, but there's not a lot of places you can mount cameras on bikes. So my mission today is to come from here in Point Chevalier in Auckland all the way into the Ecotricity offices. That is a distance of 7 kilometers, most of which is all on cycle lanes, which is fantastic. You don't even have to mingle with cars most of the time. I like that because I have an allergic reaction to being hit by a car. I also want to see if I can get into the office in the same amount of time, or maybe quicker than you can in a car. In rush hour, this distance would take you about 30-35 minutes. I reckon I can beat that on this bike. At the same time though, I'm going to see if I can get into the office on a very warm summer's morning without breaking a sweat. That's the beauty of e-bikes. In theory, it's possible, but it is already 22 degrees as I ride alongside the Northwestern Motorway. All right, let's start talking about the tech specs of this bike, starting with what's right in front of me, a mirror. I can see that there's bikes coming up behind me. That's included in the price. Also, you get included in the price headlights. It's got LED lights on both the front and the back, and you get a very comfortable seat, which I wasn't sure how comfy it was going to be, but it turns out my undercarriage is relatively comfortable. I am starting to run out of breath because I've got the motor turned off because I'm an idiot. Okay, let me turn on assist mode 1. Oh, that's just taken all the effort out. That's nice. I like this. Okay. But you've got other modes. You've got 5 assist modes. Now, being an e-bike, it doesn't move until you start pedaling. Let's ramp it up to mode 3. Oh, far out. Crikey. That might be a bit much. Oh, that wind is nice though, because it is a hot morning. It's 22 degrees already. Now that I can catch my breath, the bike's doing all the work, let's talk tech specs. And what do you get for your money? Well, this bike has a 300-watt hub motor in the rear wheel, which should be more than enough to move you along. The total weight of this beastie is 19 kilograms. Now that, let's face it, that's pretty light. My first e-bike, that was 28 kilograms. This is much, much lighter. You can lift this with one arm. It is pretty impressive. All right, here we are coming up to our first intersection, mid-spiel. It's great, the group of guys in front of me, we're all talking bike talk. It's like when you go to a hot rod meetup, everyone talks about combustion and fumes and cancer and all that stuff. But here, everyone talks about bike. You hear them talking about, oh, what sort of setup have you got? What wheels are you running? What motor output? That sort of stuff. It's different. Now, back to talking about the tech specs of the bike. It has a 10-speed Shimano gear system. It also has front and rear disc brakes. Big difference to the 80s. Of course, it has a bell. Isn't that adorable? Okay. Plus, included in the price are these massive tires and wheels you've got on this thing. They are monstrous. And because they're sort of all-terrain tires, you could say, they're wide and they take up a lot of the bumps on Auckland's, well, less than spectacular road surfaces. I do love these cycleways though, eh? I love how Auckland's installing cycleways everywhere. But one thing I really love is how grunty this thing is. 300-watt motor. And if I put it up to assist mode 5, crikey, 33, 34, oh, that's more than fast enough for me. This thing really moves. And you might be thinking that, well, all that assist power, 300 watts, it might be a little overkill. Well, not exactly, because if you're watching this from, say, Christchurch, I'd like to introduce you to something novel and unheard of. It's called a hill. See, in Auckland, we've got 53 volcanoes in this little strip of land. That's what Auckland's built on. So it's got a lot of those hills. Until recently, there was no option of getting to the office not being dripping in sweat in Auckland. You just sweat because, you know, electric assist bikes, they haven't been very good until recently. But now, battery technology has leapt ahead. If you've been following this industry, you'll know that battery technology is amazing. And speaking of which, this battery is removable. Yes, you can actually pop it out and take it up to your office, take it to your desk and charge it there if you want. Or you can plug the bike straight into a charger. Of course, the little screen also has a trip computer. It's got an odometer. I can change the modes here. Got a time. Oh, it shows how much time we've been doing as well. And it shows you range. It's got a little guessometer. It says I've got 77 Ks of range left, which, I mean, let's face it, it is more than enough. It's only been 10 minutes of riding and I'm already past halfway. This is turning out to be much faster than a car. And now that I'm riding, the cool air is cooling me down. I'm not sweating anymore. I love it, man. Is there anything electric can't do? Because let's face it, e-bikes from just 20 years ago, they were a bit weird. This goes further, it goes faster, it's better. It's got LED lights and mirrors and 10-speed Shimano gears and a really smart little trip counter with a guessometer of range and more than enough power. And for $2,000. Like, I want to try and stay objective in these reviews, but this is a brilliant deal, man. The thing is, I should point out that $2,000 price at $19.95, that's only for the first 50 bikes ordered. And I think there's only like 25 left at this price. So if you are interested, you know, I'd grab one sooner rather than later. Aha, here comes the aforementioned hill. Christchurch people, this is what it looks like. I'm going to increase the power to 4. Oh, it's gone purple. Do I have to put any pressure? Oh, look at this. It's like riding on the flat. I am putting minimal pressure on my legs right now. My middle-aged 44-year-old legs are not even straining at all. This is cheating, man. All right, drop the power down. We don't need it anymore. Power mode 2, that'll do. Oh, that's quite a hill. Okay, power mode 3, I believe. Oh, no, wait, no. Which way am I going? That way. I might go past you. I feel guilty, I'm cheating with this electric thing. Oh, change gear. Oh yeah, we're in power mode 5, changing gear, overtaking everyone. This is electric power, baby. This is electric power. Drop another cog. Oh yeah, we're in a higher gear. Power mode 5, I am not even putting any effort on the pedals and it is just racing along. I'm now going to fast forward the next few minutes and I'll see you at Ecotricity's offices. I'm going to take the scenic route. This way takes longer, but it's more fun. Now don't get me wrong, I love cars. I'm a car guy, but I also love bypassing traffic because, I mean, who doesn't want cheat codes, right? So we're doing about 42 Ks an hour. I think that's about where it tops out. I hope the wind noise on the microphone isn't terrible. I've got to say, so far, this has been absolutely effortless. Like, I'm already in the city centre and it's taken 15 minutes. I'm not hot, I'm not bothered, I'm not sweating. This thing is just the ultimate stick it to the man method of transport. Now's the part where it may get a little spicy because I'm now riding on roads. There's no dedicated cycle path in this part of Auckland Central. Good news, I have finally found a flaw with this bike. It has no suspension, neither on the front nor the rear. So as comfortable as the seat is, if you do hit an intense bump, you could feel it in your undercarriage. I'm going to cheat. Can't do this in a car. See what I say? Cheat codes, man. All right, final hill, final battle, the final boss. Effortless. And here we are, Ecotricity offices. Next question, can this fit in an elevator? Yes! G'day. Brand new e-bike, 90 Ks range, 300 watt motor, $2,000. I'm not kidding, $2,000 for this thing. See, that is the face of a shock director. And there you have it, that's the guts of the Zoomin Z1 electric bike. As you saw, I'm struggling to find fault with it. Maybe it could do with shock absorbers, but heck, at $2,000 you can't complain. As for charging it, well, it's got a removable battery in here. You can either take the battery out and take it to your desk, or you can just plug it in using the little outlet on the side here. As for charging time, you're looking at about 5 hours, and you're looking at about 50 cents. If you're running on the Ecotricity EcoSaver plan, that is. And if you haven't heard of Ecotricity, it is New Zealand's only certified climate positive electricity provider. That means all the electrons we provide to you are from only wind, hydro and solar. Only the clean and green stuff. Here comes another bike in the shot, right on cue. So sign up at ecotricity.co.nz if this sort of lifestyle appeals to you. Cheap, cheerful electric motoring. Until then, see you in the next video.